Happy New Year, happy 2025, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I literally have not YouTubed in over a year, and I am very excited to start making YouTube videos again. For those who don't know, YouTube was my preferred form of just making videos and stuff like that for a couple years while I was living at home. And then I moved and started work and family things and life happened, and I just kind of stopped. I was on TikTok a lot, but I was like, lately, especially with the whole like TikTok ban thing possibly coming up, I was like, you know what? Now's my time. YouTube it is. And it's now the actual time because do you hear my voice? I'm recovering from illness, and let me tell you, I was like, I've been unable to like put on really any makeup. Like mascara is a no-go because I'm sneezing all the time. I'm like snotty everywhere. Like, so I look like absolute trash right now. And I was like, is this really the time to bring my YouTube back when I sound like this and look like this? But I was like, I really, really want to for the new year. I want to be able to have a video up. So we have to do it. And you're gonna hear it. And I apologize for that, but we are recovering slowly. We're just a lot of congestion happening right now, but physically we're feeling a lot better, which is good. But I just wanted to pop on and say hi. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Very excited to have you here. I feel like with the new year starting, it just feels like a fresh start in a lot of different ways, a lot of different areas of my life, just like a great way for me to kickstart just kind of this new era of my life. And I want to do that with you all. So I'm just going to try and start off this year building some new, not net new, but just like newer, better habits, more consistent habits. Like probably everybody and their mom right now who's going to like change their lives this year or build new habits and do things different. I'm joining the train. However, this is not like I'm gonna lose weight or I'm gonna stop eating things. Sorry, that was a crumb I threw in the sink. Like, that's not what this is about. So I figured I'll talk to you about what my goals are for the new year, what I'm planning to do, and then this first little series that I plan to kind of keep track of what I'm gonna do on YouTube here with you all for anybody interested in following along with my new kind of routine and journey. So let's kick things off. First of all, I got an iPad for Christmas, so I've been loving that. UPS won't deliver my pen because they need a signature and I work, so that sucks. So we're waiting on my pen still, but for right now, I'm going to show you my Notion page that I've been using to plan out everything. So for those who don't know, I've showed my Notion before, but Notion is this lovely app / website that you can go to for like just like random things. Like you can use it for work, school, personal. I use it obviously for personal, but I like to make boards, and this is my 2025 one that I've started. I've included goals here, you can see, and you also can see a little bit of this like 75 soft. Now, if that type of stuff like triggers you, then please feel free to leave. It's totally okay. I get it, but I'm like doing this in a way that's not going to trigger me. So I'm somebody who gets triggered very easily by like people being like, I need to change my whole life and do all of that. And I'm like, oh my God, I feel like overwhelmed. I feel like I'm sucking. That's not what the point of this is. So for me, this 75 soft that I'm setting up is less about forcing myself into this super uncomfortable state for 75 days to achieve a desired result. And it's more about making myself accountable for these new habits that I really want to implement that I think are just going to be positive in my life and sustainable. I'm a big proponent of making sustainable changes, and that's the best way to have long-term success in whatever it is that you're looking for. So for me, that's what this is going to do. Nothing that I have on here I think is extreme by any means, at least for my lifestyle. and just kind of what I got going on. So let's talk about my 75 soft rules, and I will put up a screenshot of the rules up here while I read them for you. And if you want to participate with me, great. We are starting January 1st. If you want to start the 2nd, that's totally fine because I'm not putting this up till the 1st. If you don't see it, then like that's tough. But okay, 1 day of cycling each week. So I am gonna shift my cycling just to 1 day a week. With the holidays, I really wasn't going that much, but I also just started to feel like I really just wanted to incorporate a bit more weights and Pilates and just kind of like mix it up a little bit more week to week. And I just wasn't having the time for that between work, long days, and trying to fit cycling in. And I just wasn't feeling as motivated to do that multiple times a week. But I still think that it's so beneficial for your cardiovascular health, and it's good on my joints too. So I'm gonna do 1 day of cycling a week. That'll be my cardio day, my big cardio day. And then 1 to 2 days of Pilates YouTube workouts each week. So 1 to 2 days, just depends on my schedule that week, what I have going on, how I'm feeling. And I definitely most of the time follow Move with Nicole on YouTube. So that's probably what I'll stick with for now. I don't have any time constraints for any of these workouts either. It's not like the 75 hard where it's like 2 45-minute workouts a day, one outside, whatever. I do not know. If I make it for like 5 minutes, then that's a success. It's more about making myself just feel more consistent with these routines, and also just showing myself that this is a way to honor my body. It's not something that just has to take up time in my day. This is like an honor to be able to move my body and just kind of shift my mindset to that way. And then 2 to 3 weight or resistance focused workouts each week. Like I said, I don't have time constraints for this, or restraints, whatever the word is there. And it's more so like I just want to continue to add some sort of weight or resistance training, since that is just so good for you overall. Even especially as you get older. I'm mid-20s now, and I'm like, I need to like actually be focused on making sure that I am taking care of my body for longevity as well as aesthetics too, because as much as we hate to admit it, and if it really isn't important to you, then props to you, but I will say that I do care about how my body is looking and how I feel like I'm presenting myself to the world, like just physically. Like nobody likes to feel blah about themselves, but I'm also not gonna get to the point where like I'm using my fitness pal and tracking everything again like I used to. Like that's just not sustainable. And then so that's really my guidelines for working out. Now, within those days, beyond the cycling days, I will try to do some incline walking. Not every single one of those days, but I just also like to do some incline walking on the treadmill while I watch YouTube or things on my iPad or whatever. So that's also something I plan to incorporate, but I don't have like a strict outline for that. And then I have start every day with some form of protein as part of breakfast. So just incorporating at least something that has like protein in it, like Greek yogurt or sausage or eggs or protein drink, protein smoothie, something like that to start my day, just to make sure that I'm starting off with at least something that's going to help keep me full longer. And then fruit or veggie with every meal. I used to be so good about this. Like I just keep little things around too, like a lot of cuties or carrots, especially for those meals where I just want like a bowl of buttered pasta. But I can also nibble on some carrots too, because I definitely think that sometimes having a meal without a lot of shebang going on is nice, but it's also nice to make sure that I am getting my fruits and veggies in, which I haven't been super great about. So want to make sure I do that. For me, it's all about what can I add? We're not taking anything away. And then stretching 5 minutes each day. This is a goal I always have for myself, and it just doesn't work. So I'm like, okay, but I need to figure out how to make this actually work. So I might make Jordan do it with me because he's not flexible. So then if he does it with me, might make me more consistent with that. Reading at least 5 minutes a day. I might add a caveat for during the week, just because like Saturday night, you know, if I'm out and I don't get home until like 1 a.m. or something, and I just didn't read. Like, I'm not gonna stay up and read for 5 minutes, so might be more of a weekday thing. And then dinner or drinks out only once per week. It's something that we typically stick to anyway. I'm really not somebody who goes out much, and we don't order out very much. We cook a lot of meals at home and prefer to do that, but I do like a nice day on the weekend where I don't have to worry about cooking, cleaning, any of that. So it is nice to do like dinner or drinks out once a week. And I might modify that, like maybe once with friends and then once with Jordan, or, you know, depending on life. Like, I want this to be flexible too. I don't want to have to say, oof, you missed your window. I got Chick-fil-A yesterday with Jordan, so no hanging out with me. No, like, I don't want to, that's not going to be me. But I can also eat before I go somewhere and just get like something to like munch on, or, you know, nothing too wild. But okay. And then only buying essentials or restocks. So this is something I definitely want to be good about. Just going into this year, I feel like last year I started to get in a good place with like, okay, like I'm figuring out my personal style. I'm figuring out kind of what I like to wear and my vibe with that, but that did entail kind of like upgrading my wardrobe a bit. So for me this year, I'm like, okay, I want to start off with just doing what I can with what I have. Now, am I never gonna buy anything new ever again? No, that's just not realistic. I love to shop. It's one of my favorite things to do. But I just want to kind of go through 75 days, what I got, and then we'll see what happens from there. Save a bit of money. That's always good. And then limiting screen time for TikTok and Instagram. So I'm just limiting it to TikTok and Instagram because those are my worst offenders. To 1 hour per day I'll probably add a caveat maybe during the week, but I really hope that I'll try to push myself at least at the start to do on the weekends too. Just because I have a lot of hobbies, and I'm like, why not use more time for my hobbies rather than getting in a doom scroll spiral and then feeling bad about myself because I'm not like all these people I see online or doing all these things that they like. Live your own life, girl. Live it. Stop living online. So that's the goal. The goal is to put my phone down more for consuming and create more, whether that be videos, create more artistically with my hobbies like sewing, painting, drawing, all of that stuff, puzzles, working out, reading. Just, I got a lot going on, so I need to do it. Baking, get better at cooking, all that good stuff. So that is my 75 soft. I'm a little out of breath. We're gonna have a kind of tracker. I haven't made it yet, but in one of my Notion pages, I'm making a January 2025 one. And to start off, I have this weekly tracker that I'm setting up. I'm gonna put my workouts in there so I can check them off. And then I'm also just gonna put all of those items from my 75 from my 75 soft outside of the workout stuff, just so I can check it off each day, because I feel like that will also be motivating too. Like once I check it off, I can be like, yeah, I did that today. Or like if it's my no excess spending one, I'll be like, okay, no, I didn't buy anything else today, great, check that off, you know, kind of a thing. So yeah, but that's kind of where I'm at with my goals and where I am approaching the new year now. Like I said though, I'm gonna be flexible and gentle with myself while also trying to be a bit more disciplined. It's like, how do you balance that, Abby? What are you saying? Flexible and disciplined? Doesn't really make sense, but to me it does. To me that's sustainable, and I will just be kind of flexible but also like not make excuses for myself, kind of a thing is where we're at. Like if I'm sick all week, I'm not gonna force myself to go like to cycling or something like that. So that's gonna be how it goes. But yeah, it's a little bit about what to expect for this next month. Yeah, I'm gonna try and document as much as I can week to week, just vlog style, with some meals, some workouts. Hopefully I'll be able to record those. Some outfits I wear during the week, just making use of what I have. Get ready with me is just very random, but kind of bringing it back to just the things I love and talking about the things I love, and just feeling like this is a safe space to gather and to feel like, okay, this is my time, this is my place. I feel good. I feel like this is just gonna help me kind of stay accountable as well to myself, knowing that I'm gonna put it out there on the internet, which I'm not really bothered by people judging me about my videos at this point. Like, I've been posting so many videos for the past couple of years. At this point, anybody who's gonna judge me has definitely seen all of them and has definitely judged me and has sent them to their friends or whatever the case might be, and has said how cringy I am, and that's okay. I feel pretty good about myself, and that's where we're at. So yeah, but it's New Year's Eve. I am gonna take it pretty light tonight. We're gonna just probably have some dinner here. I bought this stuff to make that Anna Paul viral Turkish pasta recipe. I know it's like a lot of people in the comments all the time are like, it's not just her thing, that's fine, but that's like how I know it as. So yeah, so that's what I plan to make this evening for us. And then I also saw someone, this is like me consuming a lot, but I saw someone use their KitchenAid to make blizzards, and our blender is broken, so we can't have milkshakes right now. So I bought some kind of mix-ins for blizzards, and I thought that'd be like a fun New Year's Eve thing to bring in the new year. And then if we're still kind of munchy, I bought a wheel of brie to bake, and then we can just eat it with some chips and stuff. So yeah, that's probably how I'll spend my New Year's Eve, watching the ball drop, eating, laying on the couch, not doing really much. But if you are doing anything for New Year's Eve, I hope that tomorrow when you see this, you are feeling okay, taking care of yourself, taking it as you need to, and just giving yourself grace. The new year shouldn't feel like a time for you to be a completely different person. I like to see it more as a way to just take inventory of what you got going on and what you feel, not as satisfied with, and ways you can change it and make goals. Making goals and setting plans and things like that is so healthy and so great, just as long as you're doing it in a maintainable, sustainable way that's not gonna, lead to anything bad down the line. So making sure that you are doing things safely and healthily is always good. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed kind of getting to chat again. I do get pretty chatty in these videos. It's just, my favorite kinds of videos to watch are vlogs and ones where people are talking pretty much the whole time, and it's nice to just throw on and do what I need to do while also feeling like there's someone, like my friends there, like talking to me, or like I do some catching up, and those are my favorite videos to watch. So I'm like, why not just do what I like to watch? But yeah, thank you for just tuning in with me. Please feel free to like this video and subscribe if you want to stay tuned with this series and this journey I'm gonna be on. And remember, you're amazing, you matter, and you are loved. Happy New Year, and I'll see you next video.